going to go 3 first at this stage in the tournament. It should be you should see these runners be well close to each other. Both of these runners are in that sub 30 club, which is a very difficult thing. We had a new inductee into that club this afternoon.
Yeah, Schicksal88 became actually he's a German runner, became the first sub 30 in Europe, and also the first sub 29:30 on emulator, which was pretty impressive run, with particularly because the front half of that run was a high sub 30 pace, and the end was just amazing. So GG's to Schicksal on that. But these two runners, I think, so Khananaphone took a hit in that first 3 Dark Nut room. He often goes along the top route in level 3, but that's not viable without Beam Sword, so he went ahead and killed those 3 Dark Nuts. K-Mac takes a early lead of about half a room, because of that little mishap.
Yeah, what ended up happening is you want to have Beam Swords for that room. You don't need Beam Swords to beat that Keese room that drops the bombs, but it's going to be so much slower if you don't. And K-Mac getting all the bombs, Khananaphone only with 4. Let's see if he tries to get another one here in this next room as he lays down a bomb, and there they are, there for him to take. And so he'll have a full complement of 8 bombs as well, but down 1 heart as we get ready to head on over to Manhandla. Manhandla is the destroyer of fun in this category.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, the Manhandla, there's a lot of RNG in his movements. So let's cross your fingers and hope both of these runners get past that fight, because always disheartening to start a race off with a death.
Yeah, and a kind of a death of this scenario would place a runner behind, and with these caliber of runners, you're probably going to see them not out of it, but kind of maybe taking extra risks, get themselves back into it. Solid kills for Manhandla for both of them. K-Mac and Khananaphone both out of level 3 without a death. That's good to see.
Without a death and with 8 bombs, which is nice to see. Not many rupees, but assuming they are on red candle route, that's not a huge problem. It would be nice to get some rupees in the early game so they can skip an Armo secret and save a little bit of time later in the run. But the thing about the red candle route, there's a lot less resource pressure early on than the world record route, but there's a lot more resource pressure in the middle of the run, which will come into play around level 5. But
so
right now they're both level 4. Go ahead.
Yep, K-Mac is down a half a heart, so he knows going into here that his count right now is at 5, and that's important because he'll be setting up some drops coming up in just a few moments.
Yeah, some questions in chat about why K-Mac got a different Manhandla spawn. I was wondering about that too. I'm not sure. I didn't see what happened. If anyone has any insight, feel free to chime in. But right now, K-Mac clearing out the breakfast room as Khananaphone 1 room behind him in the NSU room, still very close race there.
Yeah, this is a unfortunate thing here for Khananaphone, having to chase down the red Keese, and that's going to cost him a little bit of time as K-Mac is at the ladder in a very decent ladder split, just over 4 minutes.
Yeah, for a race, that's fantastic. I mean, Khananaphone not too far behind. I think he's about 10 or 20 seconds behind K-Mac at the ladder grab. K-Mac heading up to grab the error key. In fact, it was a no reset run by K-Mac that gave error the error 72, who came up with that strat of getting that key to build up that bomb force. He got the idea to add that to the route, watching K-Mac do a no reset run where he ran out of bombs and had to go the long way, and error said, oh yeah, there's a key up there, what if we went that way? And now we do, because they get those bombs that you just saw them force.
it sets up that fire room. That's the important thing, is because if you come out of the that rupee room on the right side, those Vires are going to be set up in an awful position. And there's K-Mac getting through what could have been a very tense fight against that Gleeok. Done, and will leave. And thankfully it dropped another heart, so only 1 heart refill for K-Mac coming out of level 4. Khananaphone's going to have to be careful because he's already down 2 hearts at the very beginning of this Gleeok fight.
Yeah, this Gleeok takes 16 hits with a wood sword, so it is a major gatekeeper on the beginning of this run. Ooh.
Uh-oh. And now he's got no room for air, any fireball or contact from the head, and he'll be dead. And death at this position would be really bad, but he gets through it. Good job, Khananaphone, getting through it. He will escape, and I think at this stage he would like to stay alive better than the time loss that he has at this point.
Yeah, he had to hit the brakes a little bit to survive that fight, but he got through it very nicely. So, K-Mac, you can see he has a lead now, but still anyone's race. That's not an insurmountable lead by any means in this game. So
we saw that K-Mac did the pirouette coming into level 1 to give himself a free key, and now here he goes against the Staphos. And unfortunately got bobbed by it. I don't think he wanted to take a bob there, because I'm thinking at this stage in the run, he's trying to keep his counts going.
Yeah, well... yeah, based on rupee counts, I don't think K-Mac's going to go 30-30. I'm not sure if he ever does the double 100 secret route, but I'm guessing not. I'm guessing he will go red candle as well, so I think they're fine on resources right now, because level 2 is next rather than level 5.
Yeah, you mentioned before that Khananaphone does do red candle. We're probably going to see K-Mac do that at this position, because 17 rupees is a very low number to have at this stage. Leaving level 1, you optimally would love to have 30 or more.
Yeah, because the world record route, you buy the blue candle, so you need those. You have to have farmed 30 rupees by now to get the other 30 secret and buy that blue candle for 60. But if they are going the red candle route, they need to worry about rupees less. The only rupee consideration is whether they can skip the Armos on the way out of level 2, because you do need 140 rupees even if you're not buying a candle. So we'll see how that plays out going forward.
So K-Mac got bombed by Akumenis. I don't know if that was a bot that he wanted to take. I don't know where his count was going into that fight, but that could have kept him from getting either a 5 rupee drop or a bomb drop, leaving level 1. So at this stage with 17 rupees, it's pretty much a given fact that, oh, K-Mac's going to be killing here in the desert. But still only at 23 rupees. He needs 7 more if he wanted to go on to the world record route.
Yeah. I could be wrong. My guess is he's going to head to level 2 from here, but we'll see.
I mean, there's no surprise where Khananaphone is going at this point, as we see him do the screen scrolls through the desert. Messes up on the one screen scroll here in the center of the desert, as K-Mac is heading for the raft.
Yep. Yeah, so they are going to be doing the same route, which is nice to see, because you will be able to tell who's in the lead fairly easily. Question in chat: what does no Up+A mean? In The Legend of Zelda, if you're paused on the menu screen and you hit Up+A on the second controller, it brings up the continue save retry screen. It's like an instant death warp, which can save time in a few of the dungeons. That's not allowed in this category.
Yeah, there is a separate category in the leaderboards. It's not as much ran as this one is. And that one is the run that can give you the potential of a sub 28. And we've seen that happen a couple of times as K-Mac goes into level 2 at 950. We'll see what time Khananaphone goes into level 2 for comparison. So both of these runners are on the same route, which is good to see because we'll have a true comparison of where they are as opposed to they're going on the same route. Or opposite routes, rather. So Khananaphone heading into level 2 at 10:17. So it is a 27-second lead here for K-Mac. And as you mentioned before, it's not an insurmountable lead.
No, not at all. And level 2, it's not a particularly dangerous level, particularly on this route because you have so many heart containers by now, but it can slow you down in surprising ways. So we'll see if the gap narrows at all. Like, picking up that clock in that rope room is not optimal. You can see... Yeah,
it's now placed so Khananaphone was only 2 rooms behind at this point, and missed the bomb, but he does clean up that mold armor pretty nicely. So here, if you have Beam Sword, this room here with the ropes is pretty solid, and you see that Khananaphone had a much faster room there with the ropes. K-Mac, no issues with Dodongo. He claims the Triforce 11-13 as Khananaphone's going up. Khananaphone has tightened this thing up dramatically here.
Yeah, Khananaphone gained some ground there for sure. Wow. One issue is you'll notice that K-Mac's rupee count is at 43, so he will not stop at this Armos here because he's going to he'll get the 100 Secret in the Northeast, and that's all the money collection he needs for the run. Khananaphone is a little bit short on rupees, so we'll see if he stops at the Armos or not. He may not, because he does have some time to farm, but it is a consideration.
Well, they're going to need the 140 rupees after they're done with level 5 coming up.
Khananaphone does stop at the Armos, so so that'll cost him 8 seconds or so, which will widen K-Mac's lead a little bit, but still pretty close.
So heading into level 5 after you do level 2, and this is the same if you're doing a 2-first beginner-esque route, you're going to be concerned about your bombs leaving level 2, or rather level 5, because level 7 is going to be next, as we see the HUD clip here for Khananaphone. And in level 7, you need all the bombs that you can have in your arsenal, because you need 7 of them to beat it.
Now you need 7 bombs to get through level 7, and you'd like to leave with at least 1 bomb going forward for level 6. So that is one issue with this route, is that you have to use a bunch of bombs in level 5, and then you need a bunch of bombs for level 7. So that's this is where the resource pressure on the route is. They don't have to worry as much about it at the beginning, but right now they do. So you notice that K-Mac did not pick up that bomb from the Gibdo that Khananaphone is passing now. They'll get that on the way back.
Room of requirement time.
Yep. Into the Olive Garden. K-Mac took a bot from those dark nuts, so he's not going to be able to get a forced bomb drop in this room.
And that was an unfortunate bomb laid down there. He still does have the 4-pack that is from the Gibdo when he leaves this room here. Let's see how Khananaphone's room is going to be. And this is setting up all right. Oh, that's a nice bomb right there.
Yeah.
Another beauty of a bomb, and he gets a bomb drop.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Oh, and he gets both of them there. That's solid. And
yeah,
K-Mac grabs the recorder, and now Khananaphone right in the same stairwell.
Yeah, great room for Khananaphone. He closed a lot of the gap right there. You can see the race tightening up a lot.
That is solid time made up there by Khananaphone. And also, it has been mentioned in chat, this is very significant. Khananaphone will have bigger arsenal when it comes time for the river room in level 7. That could come into play for arrow strats.
Yeah, that is true. In
So K-Mac now leaving the river room here, and Khananaphone right behind him. This is a very, very tense race as K-Mac does try to get some bombs off the Dodongos. Khananaphone does not even have to, and he takes the lead.
Yeah, and that's where Khananaphone getting that forced bomb in that Dark Nut room was just huge for him. That turned the race around. So we are neck and neck right now.
So this here is the kind of race we're looking to have at the 15-minute mark. Let's see how tight it is coming up in about 15 minutes from now as both of these guys simultaneously in sync entering the Pulse Voice room and into the fight with the Dig Dogger. Simultaneous blowing of the recorder. And it looks like Khananaphone was done a little faster than K-Mac, but both grabbing the Triforce at about the same time, a second apart.
Yeah, Khananaphone had a slightly shorter refill, so so he has taken a lead, but not a significant one. This could turn on basically any room going forward. So
this is the kind of lead where an execution in a room difference is going to matter. And again, as mentioned before, Khananaphone has 13 extra rupees. We'll make it 12 extra rupees than K-Mac does. We'll see how that comes into play in the upcoming river room, as both of these guys will go to grab the meat first, and then they'll grab the arrows second.
You see, Kissmyafrocard doing the tricorder strat that buffers some of the lag on that shopkeeper and the Armos waking, and takes care of the whistle for later. Interestingly enough, the old strat for taking care of that shopkeeper lag was to kill a lever on the screen, which was viable on a blue candle route, but not a red candle route. So that tricorder strat, which is very new, it was just during this tournament. It was Reeves was the first one to use it, and a couple other members of the community refined it. That actually, this route is about the same speed as the world record route, but it used to be about a second slower, and with that strat change, because that strat works on both routes, it's now about a second faster. Now,
oh, late clip in for Khananaphone, and same thing for K-Mac. Here we go, level 7 time. And health management is going to be very critical because this lead could change based on your health.
Yeah, for sure. So, dodging these boomerangs.
Both with Beam Sword heading into the river room. And
Khananaphone forces a bomb in the river room. That is amazing. With all those boomerangs flying around and those bubbles, any one of those things you can touch will take your take away your count. He kept that count, forced it, and forced a bomb in the river room in a race setting. That is a really impressive move by Khananaphone right there. And
unfortunate having to wait out the Dig Dogger that allowed him to get bombed, did K-Mac, and that's just a luck right there. As Khananaphone still with Beam Sword, this is a very impressive level 7 here for both of these runners. Oh, Khananaphone takes a bop right there. That's the first we've seen of him.
Now, K-Mac did go to Arrow Strats in the river room, so he is out of rupees. One thing about Red Candle route, when you get the red candle, the bubble spawns in the reverse C Wallmaster room that's coming up are pretty inconvenient. And I know that Khananaphone usually goes to red candle strats to deal with that. I'm not sure what K-Mac does. Yep.
Khananaphone with another bomb drop, but he is starting to lose a lot of health here. And right now, 3 hearts of a difference could make the difference between a lead change.
Yeah, it was a very close race indeed.
Khananaphone done with the Dig Dogger heading here, and with the red candle route, this is going to be a rough room for both of these guys because of where the bubbles decide they're going to spawn. And now we're seeing the red candle going to use for here for Khananaphone. Good usage right here. Don't want to be grabbed by those hands. Those bubbles want to make sure you do get grabbed. Solid effort for both of these runners.
Yeah, great job by K-Mac just hugging that wall and dodging those nasty bubble spawns. He managed to get through the room without menuing. But Khananaphone made nice use of that red candle strat that he generally goes for too. So they're neck and neck as they. Oh, and K-Mac got a nice bomb drop there that'll help him out in level 6. So
he needed that.
Yeah.
Now there's K-Mac getting the rupee he needs for level 6 as well, so now he does have everything he needs for level 6. Both of these runners done with level 6, and we are having about a 7-second differential between both of these runners.
Yep. And we'll see at the magic sword grab coming up how much that refill in the clipping makes any difference, but you can see what a close race it is.
And just a reminder, this is the beginning of a best-of-3 between these two runners. They're going to be doing all 3 of their matches tonight, if necessary. So stay tuned. And, whoever wins this race, they're not moving on to the championship just yet, or the winner's final, rather.
Yeah. I see Khananaphone just a few seconds ahead of the magic sword grab. Yeah, I mean, you see what a close race this is. It would... you know, there's a good chance we're going to go to 3 races tonight, given how closely matched these runners are.
Oh, that was a nasty setup there for K-Mac, and he waited it out, and he had to, because you want to go into 6 with the beam sword.
Yeah, those Lionels can be pretty nasty on that screen, and he managed to avoid the damage that a lot of us would have taken in that situation, so...
Khananaphone done with the Belfry. Beam sword still intact. K-Mac did get a bomb drop out of that first Wizrobe room, and whoa, beautiful Belfry for K-Mac.
Yeah.
And there's the bomb drops for Khananaphone, and beautiful magical breakfast 1 for Khananaphone. Let's see how K-Mac is. He does get bopped, but he's through it. Now into the room with no drops, as he's been dubbed.
True to its name, Khananaphone doesn't get much of anything, but...
Magical Breakfast 2. Beautiful here so far for Khananaphone. And he's not going to wait out that timer on the bubble. He's going to bomb that last Wizrobe. He's done.
Yeah.
And getting pancaked there. Unfortunate for K-Mac, but he's going to have to chase this last like down. And then he will be done with this room. He's going to go ahead and arrow the last hits on this one. As Khananaphone, we're getting ready to go up against Goma.
Yeah, Khananaphone's end game is just amazing.
And so Khananaphone switching on over to arrows that he needs to. And he has done no fill up out of this 6. That's more important. But he's got 3 bombs. That also is important. And K-Mac out of 6, he's going to have a fill up, but he's not going to have to play around looking for bombs.
Yeah. That might come into play if Khananaphone has to slow down for any reason to find bombs, but we'll see if that happens. But
Khananaphone has enough bombs to get himself through 8, but he's going to need something to get him into 9 at this point. And K-Mac gets a bomb drop off the Octorok. That's something the Khananaphone needs.
K-Mac leaving behind the bomb that he doesn't need. But Khananaphone into Blue Lagoon 1. We call it the Lagoon, partly because it's blue and Brooke Shields made a movie, and partly because there's a lot of lag on this screen, and you can see
Leading
it
with
speeds
Beam
up.
Sword is wonderful.
Yep, you can see it speeds up as those Darknuts die, and
Get away from the door! There we go!
He didn't get a bomb drop from any of those bomb droppers in that transition room, so still thinking about that. But wow, he's clearing. Khananaphone tearing through those Darknuts.
Super solid! Now he can get a bomb if he clears this room. That may be in his mind. He gets a bomb drop, never mind. Oh, he is still gonna clear it though.
Yeah, so he got the bombs he wanted. Very nice to see. K-Mac, room behind him, and K-Mac getting through the Dark Nut room very proficiently. Maybe, I think Khananaphone's rooms were a little bit better, but both pretty great. And K-Mac does not have to slow down to look for a bomb, so it's going to gaining a little bit of time here. But
only one heart fill up here for Khananaphone. What has padded Khananaphone's lead in these last dungeons is the lack of a fill up. But we are going to level 9, and we are going to have a very tense race through level 9. This thing is not done and over with yet.
Yeah, for sure.
Khananaphone getting bopped by the rocks. And 26 minutes even, Khananaphone goes into level 9.
Yep. And K-Mac climbing the hill right behind him.
So in level 9, you need to have 3 keys. They're going to get this 3rd key in this first room. Solid effort there for Khananaphone. And K-Mac going in 22 seconds after. So that's the differential heading into level 9.
Yeah, so a rough room or two could make the difference here, but nice bomb force for K-Mac as he enters level 9.
Yeah, he's not going to have to worry about bombs for the remainder of this run with that bomb drop. Khananaphone's still working on his count. And you notice he went down south. Is to prevent the Wizrobe, what we call the FU beam for obvious reasons. Gets bombed by the Patra. And here we go into what is the next room.
And the old man says, go to the next room. Here's the next room. Nice fairy drop for Khananaphone.
He's at 5 on the count right now. Probably wished he could have gotten the Wizrobe for the hit there instead of the blue Wizrobe. Takes a beam. K-Mac going in. It was 27-28 going into the staircase for Khananaphone. We'll see how K-Mac is. If he's gaining any time at all, he could be on beam swords going in. Bomb drop 2. Nice force for both of these runners. 27-43, 21-second differential. I'm sorry, that's incorrect. That's 15-second differential.
Yeah, it's close, for sure. The math is hard, but this race is close.
Khananaphone waited out the Patra. He was able to get him without taking a damage.
You know, K-Mac takes a little bit of damage, but he's just a room behind. Heading into this reverse C.
Has to wait out the bubbles. Bubbles are not playing nice right now. That's going to slow him down. K-Mac going into the room as well.
Who they are neck and neck now. Is beautiful reverse C for Kissmyafrocard.
Oh my God, we have a race. They're both
on
silver arrows. 28-33, 28-36, 3 seconds apart. So Khananaphone, how's this reverse clip going to be? This one here solid for Khananaphone. How's K-Mac's? K-Mac's solid.
Yep.
Khananaphone getting past Patra. No hits!
Yeah.
K-Mac takes 1. It doesn't really matter your health as long as you stay alive at this point. Oh, gets through. Khananaphone gets through. K-Mac gets through as well. Khananaphone got a little slower going through there. They are in the same room. Here's Wizrobe 3.
Wow, what a race. As they go into this Wizrobe trap room, last room of acquired Wizrobe combat. There's more Wizrobes left, but they'll just be dodging them. Khananaphone clears it a little bit earlier.
Yep, Khananaphone is done first, but K-Mac's right on his heels. This is going to come down to the final rooms here. How Ganon works could come into play here.
Yeah, Patra 3 and Ganon are going to make the difference here because these guys are neck and neck as they enter the final stretch of this run. Wow, they're on the down the staircase at the same time.
Mac is in first, just barely. Here's the Patra 3, and Khananaphone's going bold strats here against him, and his kills.
Yeah, Khananaphone doing the fast Patra strat, which he pioneered a few years ago. Lack Attack recently put it in a world record. So
Ganon is coming up here. Look at this. One gets him into the corner. He's got the good setup. Oh, he loses him. Gets him now. There we go. Silver arrows. K-Mac doesn't get the right setup here. And then
absolutely an amazing race. Get your GGs out in chat.
They're first.
Get your GGs out in chat for Khananaphone winning this first place with an official SRL time of 30:37. And get your GGs out in chat for Kissmyafrocard finishing in second place with 30:44. That is an amazingly close race, ladies and gentlemen. You're gonna want to stick around for this next race, aren't you? Because wow, was that close. Wow.
And an SRL race record for both of these runners. And what an intense, exciting level 9.
Yeah. If you watch that race and you're not sticking around for this next race, I don't know what's wrong with you. Because wow.
And the thing is, there was a 22-second differential between these two runners heading into level 9. So reminder that this is a best 2 out of 3. The winner, they will move on to face Lack Attack 24 in the Winners' Championship. K-Mac's going to take a couple minutes to calm down here as we just let ourselves start to draw a little less from the excitement of that race. Stay tuned. Race 2 coming up in just a moment.
Yeah, these runners are just going to take a few minutes and then they will do that all over again, so stay tuned.
So who do you like? Who do you think is going to win?